Hello, Internet.
Hello, Internet. Sorry.
Yes.
Hello, Internet.
All of it. All the Internets.
All Internet. All the time.
That's right. There's only 500 people on the Internet, right? I've got all of them watching my videos.
You have more than 500 subscribers.
Well, yes, I do. I think that's 5,200 or something like that.
Hello, the 5,200. Is that a movie?
I'm gaining on you, Jenna Marbles.
The 5,200.
You watch your ass.
No, you're not.
Well, one subscriber
now I feel
at a time.
Maybe this isn't the best.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So, we saw The Hobbit Part 3. But that's not what this video is about. It's about murder by death. Okay. Which I made my sister watch.
Yes, why I chose to watch it.
Well, I gave her a choice. I said, here are 5 movies. Pick one. She picked this one. We watched it. What did you think?
There's a knife at my throat at a point in time.
The movie.
Right. No, it was real good. It was funny. I laughed out loud more than once. There were some good, a lot of one-liners, a lot of subtlety.
No.
Now I'm just leaning forward.
Neil Simon.
Yes. But I don't know if they're... Are you people Neil Simon fans?
You should be.
You should be. I don't communicate with non-Neil Simon
If you watch
fans.
my videos, it means you have good taste. If you have good taste, you're a fan of Neil Simon, so yeah. I'd say it's not far of a stretch.
It's not. So you know he's very good with words, as apparently I'm not right now. But
words good.
I'll just leave out all the pronouns and articles for the rest of this. If you saw the movie, you'd understand that reference.
Should we explain the reference?
Certainly, because Peter Sellers plays a Chinaman.
Never seen that before.
What meaning of this, Mr. Twain?
I will tell you, Mr. Wang, if you can tell me why a man who possesses one of the most brilliant minds of this century can't say his prepositions or articles. The, Mr. Wang, what is the meaning of this?
That's what I said. What meaning of this?
But he's very respectful about it. It's done with a lot of taste.
Right. As tasteful as a white man playing a Chinaman can be.
Right. And
we decided it was Rooney that played the one in Breakfast at Tiffany's, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Although I don't believe I've ever seen that movie, but I believe you're right.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, so the movie, the premise of the movie is analogs of some great detectives, such as Miss Marbles, Charlie Chan,
Hercule
Poirot,
Sam Spade,
and Nick and Nora, whatever their name are from the Tall Man series. They all come together to Truman Capote's house. He has a character, but let's face it, he's playing Truman Capote.
He plays himself.
Yes, and quite well.
Yeah.
So he brings all the detectives in and says, someone's going to be murdered at midnight. You guys figure out who done it, and whoever figures it out wins $1 million. And that's the plot. But the plot is not important because it's a comedy, and it's watching a bunch of awesome actors like Peter Falk, Peter Sellers, a lot of Peters, Alec Guinness, James Coco, Maggie Smith, who has probably the best line delivery in the history of line deliveries.
Well, not just... She delivers most of her lines just flawlessly anyways, but she's given some of the best work.
But she knocks it out of the park with a necrophilia joke.
She really does.
I don't understand. Why would anybody want to steal a dead, naked body?
Well, dear, there are people who...
Oh, that's tacky. That's really tacky.
And those jokes aren't funny. But she's funny.
She classes that stuff up.
Yeah, she does.
Who knew necrophilia could be classy? Maggie Smith knew.
No, she said it was tacky.
Maggie Smith knew.
That's right.
Well, she said it was tacky, but she delivered that with such class.
It's a classy tack.
Yes.
Tactlessness.
Yes.
Okay, so they all go to
Disneyland.
Truman Capote.
Truman
Capote.
Hello, to Truman. It's Truman. Thank you very much.
Truman. They go to Truman Capote's castle tea.
Mm-hmm.
And what else would you drink out of a teacup?
Tea.
Oh, Lord.
What else would I be drinking out of a water bottle?
Vodka. Anyway, so they go to the castle of Truman Capote, and they all play parodies of the detectives. Mm-hmm. And then at midnight, they all do the fun, let's just sit around the table and hold hands for an hour. Because none of us can be killed, nor be the killer, if we sit for an hour at the table. Like, the fact that it was 11:05, and they're like, let's hold hands.
The murder happens at midnight.
And it's literally 11:05.
Let's all stay in the same room and sit here so that, if one of us is murdered, we'll see who does it. Right. Let's hold hands. And they're all sitting around. It's like, it's 11:05. Do we really have to do this for the next 55 minutes? Like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Dude, I wouldn't make it for an hour. I can't go for an hour.
Not with as much as you drink.
Water. Oh my God, they're gonna.
Oh, I thought you said it was tea.
Okay, well, tea is a diuretic, just like coffee is. It goes right through you. The point is that a murder does occur at midnight. But let's not be confused that there was a lot of leaving the room in between.
Well, as we established, you can't sit there.
Have we told you that this is a spoiler alert?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
for a
alert.
movie that's
75. Not years old, from 1975.
76, I think. Yeah, 76.
Okay.
That year is important.
That's super important. Okay, so, they leave the room a lot. And then, at midnight, there's a knock on the door. And they're all like, haha, we're all alive! Fooled you! We're not gonna kill you. You can't make me kill someone 12 times with a knife. Open the door, Truman Capote, and you can see the knife stabbed in his back, and then he falls forward, and he's been stabbed 12 times, just as he predicted. Can they hear that? Just as he predicted.
Yeah, I've got a microphone right there. It's pretty good.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. So he's dead.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah. No, it's not that sad. Because he's a little annoying guy anyway.
Well, I think the writer and director were glad to kill that character.
Yes, we saw, okay, pause the story real quick. We just watched after the movie, the commentary by Neil Simon. And apparently I don't understand how if Neil Simon, the writer, and Moore, the director, and I think was there someone else?
No, it was just them.
Trying to get Truman Capote out of the film. They did not want to do the film with Truman Capote. And I think that's funny because they ended up doing
Director Robert Moore. Yeah, I'm guessing producer Ray Stark really was a big fan of Capote.
I mean, you gotta be. I mean, to be like, when the writer and the director are like, get this guy out of here, you gotta be like, nah, he's my best friend. Or,
we're tight.
Yeah, we like this. So anyways, that's funny. So that's where the joke of brother saying, I don't think that anyone cared that Truman Capote died. They were happy to be rid of him. Okay, so what happens next?
Providing context. Don't mistake that for explaining the joke. We're providing context for you to enjoy the joke.
Truman Capote dying is a joke?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. He dies. Next. Brother.
Stuff happens and then the credits roll.
This is so true. Okay, so Alec Guinness plays a blind butler. And from the beginning...
He does a lot of the Zatoichi, that thing where he rolls his eyes up. And
right. The problem is, there's like a huge flaw in this movie. And the flaw is at the very beginning of the movie, Truman Capote is filling out the cards for these people like, please come to my gala. Someone's gonna die. Who's gonna miss that? The problem is that blind Alec Guinness is supposed to stamp the letters and send them on their way so that the guests can arrive. And you watch him lick every stamp and put it down, and he licks the next stamp and he puts it down, and he does all 5.
The stamp licking scene is very tense.
They get close up of the tongue and the stamp sliding across the tongue.
Too.
Now we just have peel and
I was really
stamp.
uncomfortable watching it with my family.
Right, and we were on the same couch, so that was just kind of weird. peel and stick stamps. So he sets them down, and then he picks up the letters, and you see that all the stamps are on the desk, not on the letters. And then Truman Capote, like, literally lets him walk away, and is like, nah, they'll find a way here anyways. So, and they all get their invitations, because they all show up.
Well, I think in an extended scene, he posted the letters, and then the post office wouldn't deliver them, and so they
had to come back, and they're like,
them,
dude, WTF.
It wasn't really funny, so there's this whole sequence of, well, now I have to reschedule the entire party, and the party actually takes place a week after when it was originally supposed to.
But it works out in their favor because it's on a Friday the 13th of October.
Yeah, he says, well, that works out pretty well.
I'm so happy he never put the stamps on those damn invitations.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, the butler dies.
Like they do.
Butlers always die. There's a cook who is deaf and mute. And the butler who is blind, so that is just fun to watch. And she's played by someone who you know when you see her. And then, like, she looks familiar, you know?
Who played the cook?
She is not on here.
Nancy Walker.
Was it
Nancy Walker.
Yeah.
Nancy Walker. She's on here. Whatevs. Nancy Walker. See, that means nothing to you, though. But if you look at her face, you're like, oh, Nancy Walker.
Nancy
Okay.
Walker's been on a lot of TV.
Well, yeah, no, she's been on a whole bunch of stuff. She walked in, and I'm like, I know that woman, but I would never know that. You can't even say Nancy Walker to me. I wouldn't mean
Is she
anything to me.
related to Paul Walker?
No.
Walker, Texas Ranger?
Actually, yeah.
Oh, okay. See, that's where
Siblings.
you know her from.
Totes good. So, dead butler, mute cook, dead capote, and then everyone decides, so this is good. So, we've all seen Clue. I know for a fact you've seen Clue. So, in Clue, they actually try to solve a murder. In this one, they're like, you know what, we just need to make it through the night, so let's all go to our rooms, sleep with our doors locked, and then leave in the morning. It's all good that one of you is like a killer, but meh.
Well, you know, I mean, the host is dead. You're not going to have a midnight snack because the butler...
You didn't even have a dinner because
true.
the cook was deaf and mute. She couldn't hear the butler tell her to make squab.
And why wouldn't you just assume you need to make squab?
Just because there's a dead bird lying in front of you
I
and
mean,
you're in a kitchen.
I was out there earlier making squab, and Mom's like, Andrew, what are you doing? I said, I just assumed we're making squab like you do.
Right.
But yeah, I kind of like that. It's like, well, our host is dead. We've got 2 more dead bodies. 5 of the greatest detective minds of our time are in this room.
Let's go to sleep.
Let's all go to bed. Turn in.
I thought it was so funny. I'm like, okay. They like didn't even try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so all their rooms are booby-trapped.
Yes.
But they all survive by basically letting the booby trap spring on them.
Yes. Yes. There was a bomb that got flushed down the toilet.
I particularly like
The scorpion's my
the
favorite.
scorpion, because
That was my favorite.
The Dick and Dora is what they changed the names to.
Dickie.
They're in bed and they're like, oh, look, a scorpion. Yes, it's very poisonous. What should we do? Probably hold still.
For how
and they
long?
Probably the rest of our lives.
Yeah, probably the rest of
And they walk into the living room and they're like, aha, I know who done it. And it's like, how did you get away from the scorpion? We didn't.
We didn't.
The missus got stung. We actually have to get to the hospital within 15 minutes. But before we do that, let's tell you who done it and why.
And Maggie Smith is like, darling, can we do this late? I really need to go to
Can
the
we
hospital.
hurry this along, please?
Although I have more a Cockney when I do British accent, she's way more polished than I am. I'm American.
And Eileen Brennan is hilarious in this, too.
Yes, well, isn't she in Clue?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
She plays
is.
Mrs.
She's
Peacock,
Mrs.
right?
Peacock, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I was like, she's in Clue. That's
So if you
Mrs.
ever need to
Peacock.
play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, you can actually link Murder by Death and Clue.
Kim Bacon is not in Clue.
Correct, but this would be, in
A
the
good
middle somewhere. These are
linkage.
links. So if, you got to, Peter Falk and Tim Curry, and you're like, how can I make the
Right.
link? You could say,
But then
Murder
you
by
can
Death.
go Tim Curry to Tom Cruise to Kevin Bacon.
Well, if you were like out of moves and you didn't have room for a third moose because no one wants to do 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Right, no, I'm just saying that's how it goes. Is if you get to Clue, it's Tim Curry to Tom Cruise to Kevin Bacon.
Right, you're almost there. Who knows who you started with? Legend, right?
Tim Curry to Tom Cruise in Legend. Tom Cruise in Few Good Men.
Yes.
Okay.
You are learning things.
Let's play again. You suggest one. Louder.
You know, I tried to play Name That Tune on Twitter. It didn't work very well.
You're like...
I read a bum-de-dum-de-doo.
Da-da-da-da-da.
No one even had any idea what I was doing.
You didn't even say, I have this song in my head.
I didn't
Can
have...
someone tell me? You just kind of put bum, bum, bum.
I've only got 140 characters to work with. What do you want from me? 2 tweets?
Because no one has conversation over tweets. Twitter.
Well, you know, we're at our mom's, and there's a bandwidth cap. We can only send so many tweets per day.
This is true. I don't tweet. I don't have a Twitter.
That's it, you don't.
But my brother's tweets go to his Facey so I can read them there.
Yes, because I'm too lazy to do separate things for my Twitter and Facebook.
No, but I have a Twitter account because I followed you, because I signed up for Twitter in order to follow you, just so you could have a follower. Mm-hmm. He now has more than one.
Yeah, Mom's following me too.
No, but I did.
So I really need to.
I have no idea what my Twitter
handle.
Not a clue. And I get.
Well, mine is at Andrew.
Yeah. I get those things in my Gmail, and they're like, "Hey, Kelly, don't you want to follow this person, or do you know this person? You can follow them on Twitter." And every now and then, I'm like, I really need to sign into Twitter, not to follow anyone in particular, just to see what it looks like. And I have no idea. And I only have like 2 or 3 things that I use as passwords, so I must have been, drinking tea that day.
And I'm like, no, Twitter. I don't know Justin Bieber. I don't want to follow him.
They suggest really random people for me. I'm like, no. Sometimes I don't know.
Darts, yeah.
Sometimes I actually don't know. I follow 3 people. I follow you. Mm-hmm. I follow a friend of mine from my old work, and I follow Allie Wentworth. And so, that's it. And that was a fluke one time because she did a show that I thought was funny, and then but that doesn't come to my Facebook, so I'll never know what she's saying. I'm sorry, Allie.
I don't follow Allie.
Do you know who she is?
No.
That's okay. She's married to that Greek guy with the really long name. Are we talking about a movie anymore?
So, Murder by Death.
So you know who did it? No, you don't. And you want to know why you don't know it? Because I'm yelling at... I'm not yelling. I forget we have a microphone. So the reason why you don't know who did it is because Neil Simon wrote this as a commentary on mystery novels. And I really want to go off topic again. Because when you watch things like... I like Bones, and I like Castle. I like all those one-word TV shows. And... you always know, if it starts at 8 o'clock, you know that whoever shows up at 8:33, that's the person to watch out for. And you're like, they don't, because anyone that they interview in the first half hour of the show, they're not the real person. You need to wait for the interviews at the second. This kind of pokes fun at that in the fact that there are so many times in these murder mystery novels and these murder mystery movies or whatever that they're throwing clues at you to lead you astray because, of course, you as a reader or as a viewer, the whole time you're like, okay, I'm trying to follow this. I really want to know what they're talking. I want to guess it. That's your thing. It's I want to guess it. I want to be the one that guesses the ending. And then all of a sudden within, and this is exactly what he says in the movie, in the last 5 pages, all of a sudden you learn all this backstory to make the murderer who you just met make sense.
That would be like if you wrote a book that was ostensibly an adventure tale about, fantasy characters going to slay a dragon to win back a treasure, and then in the last 50 pages, they're and then suddenly Bard the Bowman, who we have never met before and don't know who he is, shot the dragon out of the sky and everything was fine except for a big battle which our protagonist didn't see because he hit his head on a rock and passed out. I don't know who would do something like that. That would be really weird if someone actually did that. It's your show. Yeah.
You can cover my face.
Yes.
You just called J.R.R. Tolkien a bad writer.
He's dead. What's he gonna do?
Roll over in his grave.
His estate might come after me. They've been litigious before.
What have you done before?
Well, not to me personally.
Oh.
I knew to watch my mouth when the Lord of the Rings was concerned.
Yeah. So you don't get to guess, which is fine because you're laughing the whole way, and when it happens,
it's a comedy.
That's the whole point. The whole point. That's the whole point. So watch it
and laugh.
Guess the whole time,
and you'll still be wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you guess it right.
You're not gonna be. Well, maybe you will. You could. I mean, it is a possibility. You're not gonna.
I thought it was the cat that barked like a dog.
How come they never followed up on that? I think that the little fake Asta should have meowed like a cat.
What happened to Asta? Asta disappears like, third of the way through the movie.
He was seen on the bed,
Yeah.
but he has nothing to. The scorpion should have bit Asta.
Yeah.
Not Asta. The non-Asta should have been. I'm still yelling because I feel like I need to get all the way to there, but I still need to get to there. I can talk like this. Hello, Internet.
Hello, Internet.
It's good to see you again. Thank you for coming to Coffee Talk. Although this is not coffee, it's tea.
Sure it is.
What else would you drink out of this cup? They're making fun of me.
What happened to your Baileys?
So, Murder by Death is a good movie.
It's a really good movie. And do you remember you watched the first video because you're addicted to us. There was another movie about a dog.
Lucky.
We're going to watch that now. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm wearing red and green because it's Christmas. These are green.
I'm not.
Why would you be?
Well, wait.
They can see that. The camera's low today.
Oh, goodness. Well, my socks are black. I'm pretty sure my underclothes are black, too.
My socks are blue with pink cherries on them. My pants are gray. They saw them earlier because my foot was up next to my head. Not my foot, my knee. If my foot was next to my head, that would be real interesting. Hold.
Okay.
I have to do it. I can do it. Meow. Oh my god. Bye. We should go. We have a movie to watch.
Yes. Are you saying we have overstayed our welcome on the internet?
Yeah, quite
No. We'll be back.
And so
okay.
Sorry.
You scared my cat.
I have to sync my sound. The sound must be syncated. Okay, can I adjust myself repeatedly throughout the video with no one being the wiser? Okay.
No.